Everybody and welcome to the fourth episode of Otaku Gathering. I'm the Deadly Tikka from Curry House Productions, and with me today I have my usual host, Temeth. Say hello.
Sup guys, Temeth here again.
Not too bad. Alright, we'll start off with what we usually start off with. What you been watching or reading?
Um, I've not watched much anime this week, apart from a few episodes of Black Lagoon and the necessary Naruto episode.
Yep.
Also, actually, tell a lie, and I've also been looking at some of the Netflix stuff,
Mm-hmm.
how bad it is, which we'll get into later. But apart from that, reading the big three, because finally One Piece is actually back.
Yeah, yeah. I don't read One Piece. I don't read much manga. Although I just ordered like 50 volumes of manga the other day.
Mm. You need to read it.
I don't want to. It would spoil the show for me.
No, and
Once the show, once Naruto finishes, I'm gonna buy all of the manga, and with One Piece, I'm gonna buy up to where I am in the show.
yeah.
Yeah. So, as you said, you've been watching Black Lagoon. What do you think?
Yes. Really, really good. I really liked it.
And you're actually watching the dub, which you don't do very often.
No, I've done it. I've become a scumbag. Oh, did I say that out loud?
You're no longer part of the sub-only master race.
Yeah, but I'm still part of the PC Gaming Master Race, so it's all cool.
Yeah. Speaking of PC gaming master race, officially part of it now. No longer play console. I'm selling my PS3 because I couldn't be bothered to buy a PS4, so I'm just going solely PC.
Good, good.
I
Join
even
the dark side.
I even bought FIFA on PC. It's actually really good.
Yeah. I. The thing is with PC as well, you can just get whatever kind of controller you want
Hmm.
to go with it. So if I was to play FIFA, I would obviously go and buy myself a Razer Onza because it's just so much easier. Mm. It, See, this is the thing. It's like, oh, I can't play PC because I have no controller.
You literally
Buy a
just
controller.
you literally just plug in an Xbox 360 control pad and it's done. It's as
Yeah.
simple as that.
Or if you want to buy a new special one, just go buy that and plug it in.
Literally, most of them you don't even need to install anything. It just does it automatically.
Yeah, it's stupid. And the other reason, one of our friends says the only other reason why he doesn't play it is because peripherals are such a major thing, along with your PC being of a good quality.
Hmm.
It doesn't have to be of a major quality as long as it can run the PC as long as it can run the game at a reasonable frame rate. You're fine.
Mm.
There is no need for any issues with it. The only thing that might cause you issues is having a really crappy piece of peripheral
Yeah,
or a really crappy internet.
yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't have the best peripherals. Like, I bought fairly cheap mouse and keyboard. They're nice though. I like using them, but they didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Whereas you pay a lot for your peripherals.
Well, I have a really cheap keyboard,
Hmm.
but then to counteract that, I bought the Razer Black. Oh, what's it called? No, it's not a Black Widow. I bought one of the Razer pieces of equipment.
It's like the
It was
little
like the Nostromo, but
yeah,
it switched.
yeah.
So I bought that, and I also have my my Naga because I love my Naga, and everyone can screw themselves if they don't say the Naga is an amazing piece of mouse.
Have you seen the? I think it's called like the Rat 5. If you quickly just Google like Rat
I've
5,
seen the Rat 5, yeah.
they are the
I've
most.
actually played with it. It's horrible to
You
play
didn't
with.
like it. I think they look so crazy though. They're like there's
They
just
look,
bits coming out everywhere.
they look so amazing, but the issue is with that customability, you then have actually a limitation on it.
Yeah.
I think the one that I would buy if I was to go for customability and high quality, I'd go for the Razer Aurobus, I think it is. It's got a really, really weird name. Search it up. Which it crunches and it folds and it's wireless and it's all this amazing things. But I have the Naga. The Naga's lasted me a very long time. I don't need anything else.
No. I have what are known as a Red Dragon keyboard and mouse. They're from Japan. They're actually really nice. I only paid 20 quid for it and I really like it.
Yeah, but it's a TT keyboard if I remember correctly.
I can't remember. I bought it like a year ago. I don't know. It's over there. It's because all the writing on it's in Japanese. I can't read it, so. But,
see, I'm a bit of a fanboy when it comes down to. It's Allweaver, by the way, the piece of peripherals that I use.
Yeah.
But it's so good. I really recommend them.
I can understand being a fanboy when it comes to something like Razer. Like with NVIDIA graphics cards, I can't go AMD. No matter.
I wouldn't go to AMD for graphics cards either.
No, I go NVIDIA and I go Intel. I just always go that way. Just always have. And when it comes to NVIDIA cards, if they have a Gigabyte one, they have an Asus one, I will always buy the Asus one just because I trust them more. I don't know why. I just do.
It's the way it is. I mean, I've got an Asus in there at the moment, and it runs so smoothly. If I was going to go for that, I'd either go Asus or there is another Zotac, I think it is, because they're very good, or PMY.
There's another one I can't think of the name of right now, but we'll come back to this later because I've got PC gaming conversation later. So you've been watching a bit of Black Lagoon. How much of it have you actually watched?
Only about 2-3 episodes, so not much.
Yeah. Yes, Black Lagoon. I really enjoyed it, so I watched it really quickly. It's such a crazy show. Like you've seen Revy, haven't you?
Yeah.
She's such a badass.
She's so funny.
She is such a... Wait, are you watching it? Yeah, you're watching it dubbed. So in the Japanese one, she's supposed to be American, if that makes sense.
Alright.
So when people speak to her, she'll say stuff in English, but the voice actor who does her voice in Japanese cannot speak a word of English. So she'll be like, oh, fuck her, and you can't understand a word of what she's... There's a scene where she pushes over like a thing with a gun to win a toy. And they say you can't do that shit. She's like, fuck her, I'll kill you. It's like, oh dear fuck.
Oh god.
Black Lagoon is really, really good. I'm looking to buy it on Blu-ray because it's not that expensive.
No, that's one that I'll have a look at. I wonder if it's on Netflix. Because if it's on Netflix, I might just plug in the Nexus that I have and just just watch it in bed tonight. Because it was so good.
It is really good. I powered through it in like a sit and it was really good. But
I would have, but I was knackered that night.
Yeah, so apart from that and the big three, you haven't really watched anything else or read anything else?
Not particularly. Going back over like Kill la Kill and stuff like that.
Oh, you watched a bit of Gurren Lagann as well, didn't you?
Yes.
Not a lot. Have you actually watched Gurren Lagann before?
I watched a little bit of it.
That's a show you should really watch.
Yeah, it's one that I found okay, but at the same time was like, meh.
No, it's one of the best anime ever created, in my opinion. I love it so much. I was gonna buy the collector's edition of it that's coming out next month. I'm not sure. They pushed back the release date recently, but it's like 100 quid, and I was like, nah, I can't afford that. I'll pay for the Blu-ray, which is like 45. But no, so you've not been watching or reading much else other than that?
Not particularly. Just been a very busy week with life, so not really.
I have actually been quite busy. I read the second volume of Soul Eater, which was awesome. Looking to buy the third volume. I'll probably buy it tonight. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably buy it tonight. Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Finished reading that. I'm currently watching quite a weird show at the moment, actually.
Alright.
I'm watching a show called Eye Shield 21.
Okay.
Ever heard of it?
No.
Okay, so it's an American football anime, and I don't like the sport of American football, but I do love sports anime. The sports anime is probably one of my favourite genres, and I constantly try and convince you and Fox to watch them.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't recommend Eye Shield 21 to somebody that I was trying to convince to watch sports anime because it's like 150 episodes long. Like at the moment, I'm 9 episodes in. I started watching it last night. But
Yeah.
so that's all I've really been watching. I watched No Longer Human anime, which was pretty shit to be fair. I was really let down by it because the manga was so good. But I've just bought 2 new DVD box sets. Well, 1 DVD, 1 Blu-ray. I bought I can't say this. Ouran High School Host Club on DVD.
Yeah.
And I bought Madoka Magica on DVD. On Blu-ray, sorry. So, pardon?
What's your thoughts on them?
I haven't watched them yet. I've not watched either of them. That's why I bought them. I bought them for a couple of reasons. I've not watched them, and they're the first 2 anime that I've bought that I haven't watched, other than Evangelion, but I don't have the complete collection of that. So tomorrow I have to stay in all day because I'm waiting for 4 packages. I'm waiting for the Chobits manga, the Bakuman manga, Beck Mongolian Chop Squad. I bought the DVD of it, yeah. And I'm looking to buy the amp.
Yeah.
I'm looking to buy that.
That's what I was looking at buying.
Stick it up on top of my shelf. But yeah, I bought. So what did I buy? I bought Chobits, Bakuman, Beck, and what was the other thing I bought? Fuck, I can't remember what the other thing was that I bought, but I'm sure it's going to be cool. Oh, Gasarakai. It's just a random anime I found online and thought I'd buy it. Yeah, so I have all 4 of those packages coming tomorrow, so I'm going to sit in all day and just enjoy Madoka Magica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's
one major thing that I want to bring up on the whole buying is Kill la Kill. Part 1 of the collector's Blu-ray is out, or available for pre-release
Yeah. It comes out in
through
December.
Amazon. And I've been reading all the reviews on it, and everyone is saying the same thing. Amazing anime, let down by the price.
Yeah, it's like 40 odd quid, isn't it?
£43.
Yeah. And you only get the first 9 episodes, I think. They're splitting it. No, yeah, the first 9 episodes. They're splitting it up into 3 DVD. Yeah, 3 blocks. I didn't enjoy it enough to pay that much. Like something like Rurouni Kenshin, which I recently bought. I paid 80 quid for the first 2 seasons. I paid that because it's one of my favourite all-time shows. Kill la Kill was an average show.
That reminds me, what is your thoughts on Kill la Kill? Since the last time we watched it, we have said that we were going to watch these 2 shows.
Right, so I finished Kill la Kill quite a while ago now. And it wasn't the best. It was fun. Like, if you turn off your brain and just enjoy explosions, tits, and camel toe, then you could easily enjoy it. Like, every time they done that scene where the clothes pulled up and gave her, like, the crazy camel toe, I was just like, yep, plot. Fuck character development and plot, we have camel toe, instant win. And my honest opinion is, like, as I said earlier, I'm a huge fan of Gurren Lagann, and it was made by more or less the same people as Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
So I went into it wanting it to be Gurren Lagann, and they took all of what's crazy about Gurren Lagann and just took that. That's all they took. They didn't take the great characters from that and put it in. They didn't take the cool story and put it in. They just kind of took the weird parts and made a show completely like that.
It was still good, though.
Oh yeah, it was good. The soundtrack to it was fucking awesome. The song "Don't Lose Your Way."
Yeah.
Oh, I have it on my phone, and today I see a YouTube video and they had that as the background music. I put it on and I listened to it like 8 times in a row. It's like, "Don't lose your way." I was like, ah.
It's too good.
But overall, the anime was a disappointment in my opinion. I enjoyed it. I sat down and watched all of it really quickly, so you could tell I enjoyed it. But I I wouldn't pay that much. I would pay 40 odd quid for all of it.
Yeah.
I would buy all 25 episodes for 50 quid. It's £2 an episode. But to charge 45 quid for 9 episodes, that's a bit
It's
pricey.
too much.
That's a
It's
lot
too
of
much,
money.
even for a fan of Kill la Kill,
Hmm.
who is... I will say that I am a fan of Kill la Kill. It was just funny in the way that it was, because it was so quirky.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you look at it like that, a fun, quirky show, you'll enjoy it. If you go in expecting...
Gurren Lagann.
expecting something as good as Gurren Lagann, you'll be disappointed. Because it lacks what a great show has, but it has what makes an enjoyable show. It's incredibly fast-paced. Like,
It's incredibly funny as well.
that's the thing. Although it did repeat the same jokes a lot. Like, what was her name? Mako, the little girl with the like bob haircut that would do the crazy thing where she was like, "Oh, look at her!" I was like, she was funny until she done it 100 times. Like,
That little rants that she used to do.
like, so I watch a lot of shows twice. I don't know if I've really said this much, but I watch it in English or Japanese first, and then I'll watch the dub or the sub afterwards, so that I know how it is in both. And when people ask how to watch it, I can say watch it dubbed or watch it subbed. Kill la Kill would really benefit from a dub, in my opinion. If they could dub that show right, which I don't think they can. I don't think you could dub that show well. It's too over the top. But if they can do a really good dub, that show would be 10 times better, in my opinion. And it would go from what I would probably give it at the moment, which is like a 6.8, up to like a 7.2, 7.3.
Like, would you say that was your rating is due to the fact you were looking for Gurren Lagann?
Partly, yeah.
It wasn't.
The reason it doesn't get very high, I didn't like the animation.
Really?
No. It was okay, it was cool, it was different, but I wasn't a massive fan of it. They reused the same animations a lot, like the transformation sequences. I wasn't a fan that it was exactly the same every time. And then I didn't really like the fact that a lot of the fight scenes were just the people standing still and their arms moving. I don't know, I really enjoy animation, and it wasn't as good as it could have been. The soundtrack would get in the 8s. The 2 openings weren't the best, but then it had some good songs in the soundtrack. The story was bad. The story was so bad.
The story was all over the place.
It
To be
was.
honest.
They didn't need the story. The story didn't need to be... The only reason the story was there was to string together the tits and the explosions.
Hits and Explosions was all that show was about. What it was to do with... I admit, the beginning bit wasn't focused on that much. With the whole Ryoko trying to find the other person with the other pair of scissors.
Scissor, yeah.
Then she finds Harume. Harume has the other pair of scissors, and then she's like, "Oh, crap! Student President actually didn't have the other pair of scissors."
Yeah. She was a badass, that Hiromege. I can't say her name. She was a badass. She was kicking everyone's ass in
Give
that
me a
show.
second.
Yeah, sorry about that. We just had some problems. Back to usual. Yeah, so Kill la Kill. Had potential, probably wasted it. Could have been better.
Yeah, it's like a score report in which you get like a C+.
Yeah, that's how I'd explain it. So that's actually a good example. I classify a 5 as an average show, like a one of those shows that you just sit there and watch because it's a show. A 6, like if I had to say it, 5 is average, 6 is good, 7 is very good, 8 is great, 9 is pretty much masterpiece, 10 is perfection. Nothing gets a 10 because nothing's perfect. And then if you go down, you have 4, which would be bad. 3 would be very bad. 2 would be burn it with fire. 1 would be the fire's not working, nuke the bitch. So
The nuke hasn't worked either.
that's a 0. The nuke's not worked. calling some Dragon Ball Z character to destroy the universe.
Yeah.
So, Kill la Kill, I wanted to like it. That was the weird thing. Because it was made by Studio Trigger, and it was their first work. It was made by the same people-ish as Gurren Lagann. I really wanted it to be good. But the things like the fan service just let it down. And the thing is as well, the fan service was an integral part to the plot. So...
I think the whole point of this show, though, was that it was supposed to be kind of like a funny...
It was supposed to be wacky and over the top, and it was. So it achieved what I wanted to.
I've just died a little inside from something I've seen on the Anime Society.
What have you seen?
Someone asked who liked the pervy old guy.
I see
Naruto.
that.
I was just like, no.
I actually see that.
Sensei. Oh.
Well, if we want, that can cap off all the shows that we've watched recently, and we could talk about Naruto. I'll quickly say one more thing because I forgot to mention it. I also watched the second season of Hiiro no Kakera twice, and it was shit. That is one of those shows that will get probably below a 5 because it was bad. So yeah, let's move on to Naruto.
Shit? That's the question to ask.
Did it what?
Did it get progressively shit?
It started off really bad and got better, but never progressed above a 5. So it started off about a 3.2, probably ended a 4.9.
That's still pretty damn bad.
Yeah. So we'll move on to Naruto. What did you think of the most recent episode?
I was a bit disappointed.
Really?
Yeah, well, there was filler in it, and there was also a bit which I didn't particularly like.
What was that?
The whole mentioning of Naruto's birthday.
Yeah. I liked that. It made me cry. I cried at this week's episode.
Yeah, but the whole point of like it being his birthday is that it depresses you even more.
I cried like a baby.
What's it called? Like later on in the series, you get so depressed by it because we have no one knows about it. Then suddenly, right at the end, Minato talks to Naruto and goes, "Happy birthday!" And then they have this whole father-son conversation in which he tells Minato, like, say, "It's okay. I'm studying well. I've got some really, really good friends now behind me." And that the whole conversation that she had with him, like all the things that he needs to get, is pretty much what he tells Minato to tell him. Tell her. Like, he goes on about, "I'm not very good at my studies, but I try my hardest," and all this lot. And I'm just there like, oh god.
One thing I will say though about this episode, they made the second Hokage look like an absolute fucking badass.
The second Hokage was a badass.
I've always said he was the worst Hokage, and a lot of people agree with me, and a lot of people disagree with me.
Sarutobi was the worst.
You got to look at Sarutobi and say, he didn't really do fuck all. That guy did shit all. And the bad things he did was he constantly let Danzo get away with shit he shouldn't have. Danzo should have died a long fucking time ago, and Sarutobi was like, nah, he's okay, he's only got one eye, we'll let him go. But no, they made the second Hokage. He made the Shadow Clone Jutsu, he made the Edo Tensei Jutsu, he made the Flying Raijin Jutsu. This guy was OP as shit. But then, the thing I liked though, they boosted up the second... I can't remember his name. Tobirama. No, yeah. They boosted him up. They made him look like this absolute god, which he pretty much is. And then they made Naruto level with him, and I really liked that. The part where Naruto saved everyone, and he was like, I can't do it. I really liked that. I thought they did that really well.
It was so cool. And then there was that whole father-son moment again.
Fist bump, bro. I was just like, I'd fist bump you.
That sounds really bad.
Yeah, I know. I fucking loved this week's episode.
And then we got the smackdown on like Sasuke, which made me even happier.
I thought that was funny though, where Sasuke and Jugo. So Jugo comes over and is like, we gotta get out of here. And then they explain how we would do it through reverse summoning of the snake jutsu or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you just see, he's like, no, sorry, Sasuke says, I'll grab you and I'll grab Naruto and we'll get out of here. And I was like, why would he save Naruto? In my head, I'm like, why is he saving Naruto? And I guess it's to show that he actually does care a little bit for Naruto. Or the fact that he wants to beat Naruto or something like that. Obviously, they haven't actually said it clearly, but I like the fact that they pointed towards it to let you sort of think what you want to think and not tell you directly. But no, I really like this episode.
Naruto just comes back and goes, "Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck
I'm
up!
gonna fix this.
You're gonna save me, you, and this ginger guy who no one cares about. How about I save everyone, including you, motherfucker?" That's how Naruto reacted.
So good.
And I was like,
"Let me chill here with my fist bump. It will be good."
but because when I see that everyone survived the blast was fine, I was like, no, I'm sorry, that's bullshit. They should not have survived. And then when I realised they were outside of the thing, I was like, okay, that's cool. I take it back.
Because it was so cool, and the fact that like Tobirama goes through this whole like conversation on how he's done it, and then he goes, "Isn't that right, Naruto?" And Naruto goes,
"Yeah,
what I did.
I did what he said. I promise." But
yes.
But no, I've been enjoying all of both Naruto and One Piece anime at the moment. They're both really, really good right now.
Yeah.
Which is funny because the other week I was complaining about how much I hated One Piece right now. They kicked it into overdrive. It's actually good now.
What happened?
What happened? So Doflamingo shot Trafalgar Law in the face. So now Luffy needs to kill Doflamingo.
Yeah.
So Luffy doesn't want to leave the tournament. So who does he have step in for it? None other than Sabo. Right, so I knew it was going to happen. I'd unfortunately been spoiled to it by reading things online. When it actually happened, I still cried.
Sabo.
Do you remember the part? Because you've not seen this in the anime, have you? You've just read the manga of it.
Mm-hmm.
So in the anime, they meet, and it's not apparently in the manga. You don't really know that it's Sabo, whereas in the anime they made it painfully clear this is Sabo. And then when they finally announce that it is Sabo, you kind of don't care, but Luffy does. So there's kind of a disconnect there. But then they pulled it back with some really good flashbacks of him with the sake cup sat on Ace's grave. And he was like, "But I thought you were dead." And he's crying. I cried.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, man. That was deep. I wish I'd read that in the manga first.
The manga was... It felt so nice.
Mm.
With the whole... Right, we have no idea who this is. And then suddenly we get... By the way, it's Sabo. And you're like, oh my god, Sabo.
Yeah. See, we had seen that it was Sabo in the previous episode because they showed like a shadow of him, but they made it too obvious. It was way too obvious. Whereas in the manga, apparently, it was not as obvious.
No, they kept it quite close on who it was there and who it could possibly be.
But I'm really looking forward to seeing Sabo fight. Don't spoil anything. But who was it that tried to do something to him? Somebody tried to like grab him. I think it was Bellamy, and he just like tossed him on the ground. I was like, well, now we know Sabo's pretty strong.
See, I haven't seen Sabo and Bellamy and Sabo. I don't think I've fought.
They didn't fight. No, sorry, it wasn't Bellamy. It was what's the green haired guy called? Bartholomew. He was like, "Yeah, don't talk to Luffy. You made Luffy cry." And then Sabo just chucks him on the ground, and you're like, "Whoa!" Because Bartholomew is really strong. Like his barrier fruit power is really fucking cool.
It's so cool. How
you just see him. He's just stood there. And he's like, "Oh no, like that." Sorry.
Yeah.
But no,
it's where he's like taking a leak.
Yeah. He that is the ultimate troll power though, because he could piss someone off and then just put a barrier up and there's nothing they could do about it.
And then it's like, oh, okay. Well, all he can do is barrier. I'm safe.
And then he smashes you in the face with his barrier.
Just like,
eat a barrier to the face, motherfucker.
Because it's just how hard it hits is how much power he can put back out, or something like that.
I'm not
Like
really sure.
how hard it's hit. You can either double it or something like that. I can't remember. So kind of it absorbs the stuff and then kicks it back out.
Yeah.
But that was so cool.
It was the last episode. As I said, I haven't. Oh man, I can't think the last time I cried at One Piece. It's been a long time. But afterwards, the creator Oda said that the final arc of One Piece will make the Marineford arc look like a filler episode. When he said that, I was like, I jizzed in my pants. I'm not even gonna lie. There was a little bit of pre-cum on my bell end.
We're gonna see Luffy versus
Blackbeard.
For both Blackbeard and not Kizaru, the other one.
The
one that I never remember.
The lava guy. I can't think of his name right now.
No one cares about him.
It's like Shikaraku or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen any of the admirals in a long time. We haven't seen any real navies apart from the people that are on the island for a really long time.
Apart from what's his face, the new
Oh
guy.
Fuck yeah, you're right. The blind guy. He's cool as shit as well. Him and Zoro fighting because they've just started fighting in the anime, and so they clashed swords, and Zoro was like, "Whoa, he's actually really strong with a sword," and then all of a sudden he like plummets into the ground, and I was like, "Yep, you're fucked, mate." I'm looking forward to seeing Zoro have a real fight because he's not had one in a while.
Yeah, I like the fact that it doesn't happen.
What do you mean?
He doesn't fight Zoro as much as you think.
No, I've heard that.
Zoro kind of just goes, "Well, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go help Luffy."
Yeah, that's basically what I've heard happens.
And Pika is really cool. And when he starts coming back into the show, like when he starts fighting, I might have to pick up the anime just to hear how they do his voice acting.
Yeah, we've not seen anyone called Pika yet.
He's the head of the Spade section.
Yeah,
the executives.
I don't think I'm not sure.
He's huge, like.
And he's like, is he the one that like dribbles everywhere and stuff?
No. Like this guy is massively strong, muscly, and has this like helmet on.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen him in the anime yet.
And in the manga, he starts talking, and Luffy just starts laughing at him.
So he has like a stupid voice or something.
He has this really, really high-pitched voice.
But he's like hench.
He's like 20 feet tall.
But he's got a little girl's voice.
Yeah. And Luffy just falls on the floor, starts laughing at him. I can't wait to hear the voice actor try and do Pika's voice.
That's one thing I really wasn't a massive fan of with one part of this episode though. So Doflamingo shoots Law in the face. He shot him in the face in the last episode, and this episode started with that, if that makes sense. So it rolled onto it. And Luffy, they do the usual thing with Luffy when he gets angry. His eyes go really big, and then you get the black pupil with the black lines around it.
Yeah.
And usually when that happens, some crazy shit happens. But that happened, and then he just mellowed out afterwards. I was like, you can't do that. You built it up and then just shut it down straight away. I wanted him to like go crazy, break shit up, and start beating the fuck out of people. But no, he just like gets angry and then he's like, "Nah, I'm okay now."
Well, to move off One Piece, because all we had this week in the manga was flashbacks on Trafalgar Law's life.
Yeah, I've heard there was. I'm looking forward to that in the anime.
Really cool. So you find out like Doflamingo had a brother.
I don't want to know.
No. You don't know anything else. Like he had a brother.
Oh, okay, but
and that's how Trafalgar Law is kind of
linked. Yeah.
Associated.
What was I going to say? Did you want to talk about Bleach at all?
If I can.
Yep, quickly
Very
talk about
nice.
Bleach.
I'm pissed off with it, putting it simply. In one sense, and in another sense, I'm really happy with it.
Okay.
Um, I'll go for the pissed off bit first, and then we'll end on a high with Bleach. Bleach at the moment, Ichigo has had this like he's now beyond his power level.
Okay.
Like when we saw him when he went final Getsuga Tensho,
Yeah.
he's now past that, like way beyond that, without even going into Bankai.
Yeah, so he's basically stupidly powerful.
But we've only been told that. We haven't actually seen him fight properly. We saw him fight with his new weapons. Like he attacked twice, then he disappeared.
Mhm.
And during that time, yeah, he killed off a lot of the people.
Yeah.
He was extremely strong. But we didn't actually see him try, and we didn't see his abilities. We didn't see him,
Yeah.
in a sense.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So that's happened, and that was June time that we last saw him.
So
Yeah.
the main character's not part of the show, yeah. It's like could you imagine
Naruto without Naruto.
without Naruto, it doesn't. I think Bleach can get away with it a bit more because the show isn't called Ichigo.
Yeah.
Like you could watch One Piece without Luffy in it, in my opinion. Obviously, you would need Luffy for parts, but you could go 10 episodes and not see Luffy, and it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, but you couldn't go
Months,
nearly 4 months without seeing him.
unless it's part of a good storyline.
It doesn't feel that good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the problem.
The storyline has to be strong for why he's not showing up for it to work.
But I say that, and now we have some cool things that have happened. So
Okay.
we've had my rant on, damn, let's see Ichigo and let's see him fight. Because I'm getting worried at the moment. I'm sat here like it's October now, and the final battle hasn't actually started between the head of the enemy faction and Ichigo. Where is this? Where is this fight that we're all waiting for? Whether or not it's actually what's his face, the head of the weird light soul people.
I don't know. I don't because I don't read the manga, so I'm not 100% sure what you're talking about.
What's Ishida?
What? Where I'm only on episode
Quincy.
70 odd. Oh, okay.
Like the leader of the Quincy's,
Mhm.
the king of the Quincy's, is trying to kill off everyone. So cool, but where is our fight between the head of the Quincy's if he is the final person versus Ichigo?
Yeah.
I need this. We haven't seen this, but we did see
Yeah.
the head of the Quincy's for the past 2 weeks.
Wait. So the part I'm on at the show right now, the only Quincy that is alive is
Ishida.
that Ichigo's friend with the dark hair.
Yes.
At the
With
moment,
glasses.
at the moment he's the only. I can't remember any of them apart from Ichigo and Rukia. They're the only character, and Chad.
And Orihime.
Orihime. I hate Orihime.
Byakuya.
I couldn't remember his name, but what's the name of the guy with the red hair and like the tattoos on his forehead?
Renji.
Renji. I wanted to like that guy, but he's shit. So kill. But no, I'm looking at buying the
Just read the manga.
I'm looking. That's what I'm about to say. I'm looking at buying the Bleach manga.
Panda. Go to Manga Panda and read them.
Yeah, I was. They're fairly cheap. You can get them like each volume for about £4. So I'm looking at just buying it all.
But it'll be a heck of a lot.
Yeah, but it would look cool on my shelf. I
Won't have enough space.
I just spent like £100 on manga.
Right, anyway, back to this. So we see the head of the Quincy's and he's strolling up to the Soul King Palace. Like, you've got... Do you remember Captain... I've forgotten his name. I think it's Yamato, or something like that.
What,
The head...
The fire
head.
guy. The old
Yeah.
guy with the... Yeah,
Yeah, Yamamoto, that's it.
Yamamoto. He was a bad fucking ass from what I've seen.
No, he's so freaking cool. He's just like, you're actually going to try and beat me at this.
And then he just takes off his clothes and he just turns on fire and there's fire everywhere.
And he's like hench.
Yeah, he looks like old and frail, and then he takes off his top and he's like, poof,
I will fucking destroy you. It's time to oil up.
ready to die, bitch.
So we got that. And then what happens is, above that is Zero Division,
Mhm.
which are the elite of the elite.
Mhm.
They're at above Captain Yamamoto's power levels.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. They don't actually stay in Soul Society.
Yeah.
You don't see them because you have to actually be able to reach their level.
Yeah, I remember them saying about that. When you reach a certain power level, the people below you cannot sense you anymore and stuff like that.
Yeah. So what happens is, they're up there, there's Zero Division, and then they look after the Soul King,
Mhm.
who we haven't yet met yet.
So the thing is, they say Bleach is going to end, and they've said it's going to end so many times. That shit's not going to end for a long fucking time.
Apparently it's going to end by the end of the year.
Bullshit.
I can't see how.
It will not end by the end of this year. It will go on for another, 5 years.
Because it's just not... We're not near an end. It doesn't feel... Like, with Naruto, I feel like we're at an end.
Yeah.
I felt like we were at an end, actually, in May. At one stage. I thought, wow. Is this actually how it's going to end?
I can see the end of this war being the end of the series. And if they do it right, it'll be a good ending, because it's been a good war.
Oh, definitely. I would agree with you there. And the part which we'll come up to in the anime was a bit that I actually thought was the ending.
Hmm.
Because we got told by Kishimoto-sama that what was going to happen is...
Oh, Kishimoto-senpai!
Yeah. That we were going to come along to it and something amazing was going to happen. This was before Sasuke even turned up on the scene.
Hmm.
Something amazing was going to happen, and then you wouldn't see the ending. Like, you wouldn't be able to figure out what was going to happen at the end. And then what happened was Sasuke came along, was like, I'm back and I'm going to become Hokage. And you're like, screw you for a start, but wow, you're back. Cool. It's kind of legendary Senin.
Yeah.
Sanin, sorry. And I was like, oh, cool. And then the thing happened, and I was like, you're going to end it like that? This is a shonen. This is not how it ends.
Has to end in an epic battle with a big explosion. That's how shonen works.
Yeah, no, that happened. That happened, and I was like, you're going to end it this way?
Right.
That's pretty ballsy.
So this actually kind of brings me on to my next topic. So we're talking about shows not ending. The creator of Attack on Titan has said that the manga will end in 3 years. But then he added at the end 3 years-ish. So, to me, ish, when it comes to shonen, can go from 3 years to 30 years. So, I don't see Attack on Titan ending within 3 years.
It's the same as like with any game developer turning around saying the game will be coming out soon.
Yeah, it's
TM.
like soon means could be next year. It could be in 10 years, but we're gonna say soon.
Yeah.
Like
In the grand scheme of things, it's soon.
it-
But in 1,000 years, it'll come out.
so he has come out and said Attack on Titan will end within 3 years-ish. And people were like, oh, because how long has it been out now? About a year-ish.
Yeah.
And that means it would be a 4 year long running manga, which that's a decent amount to be fair. How many volumes do you reckon you'd get out of that?
Too many.
Yeah, so I was looking at buying Attack on Titan manga the other day. I don't want to. It looks ugly as fuck. I hate the art style. But I just cannot see Attack on Titan with how popular it is. That's the biggest part. Attack on Titan at the moment is one of the most popular manga series in the world. He is making so much money off of that. There is no way he wants to end it.
I just don't get it. I really don't. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you here. I don't see the reason behind it.
Behind what?
To me, it should be ending sooner.
What, you think Attack on Titan should end sooner?
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it was reasonable.
Mm.
But it's just nothing for myself to write home about.
Mm. See, I enjoyed Attack on Titan from a... They made the world really cool, if that makes sense. They really explained the world well. The animation was nice, the soundtrack was nice, and I enjoyed it. But the characters and the story were actually kind of weak.
That's my whole point. Like, it just doesn't feel right.
I think, right, so Attack on Titan, at the moment, and when it aired, was the most popular show. It was. And I feel within 5 years, it won't have the hype behind it does now. Because the first season ended on a shit ending, a really fucking shit ending. And that, to me, the beginning and how we get from the beginning to the end are the most important parts. Like, the ending is so crucial to a story. And that's why I struggle to start a show that I know doesn't have an ending. Because I know I could finish the show. The show could end, and now I don't have a nice ending. The show's ruined for me without a good ending.
I just don't get it.
It
just doesn't... I don't see the hype.
I can understand not seeing the hype, but I really enjoyed it myself. But if he does end it in 5 years, or 3 years, that would be cool. If he's actually a shonen artist that actually ends his shonen, that would be cool as shit. Because Attack on Titan, I don't know how the fuck they could end Attack on Titan. From where we are in the series right now, there's no real lead to how it could end, apart from when people get killed by a Titan, they basically get shit out and become a Titan. That's all we really know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if we want to move away from Attack on Titan, because I know you don't particularly like it much, do you want to?
I think it's overrated.
Do you want to quickly talk about things that I should buy? So you now have the power of my wallet.
Hallelujah.
What anime or manga series would you recommend to me? Or video game?
Let me just head over to my Amazon.
So,
Amazon, where are you? Right. So, you're looking for...
either an anime or a manga series.
Anime, manga series, or game. It's your decision. So, with that in mind, there are plenty of things out there which all depend on what you actually particularly like.
Pretty much anything apart from, like, Boku no Pico.
Oh, damn it. But yeah, okay, so let me just get my Amazon wishlist up. So, in the sense of anime, I really liked High School DxD.
You can get the first season really cheap for that.
Same with, like, actually, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I've already got it.
That series is so cheap.
How much is it on now? £36?
£41.
Oh, it's gone up. I bought it for 32. So I got it for 50p an episode. That's not bad.
64 episodes.
64 episodes for £32. That's how much I paid.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's a bargain.
If you want Death Note plus Full Metal Alchemist, those two, it's only 71 quid at the moment. So that's not bad.
I've actually...
Soul Eater.
Yep. How much is it on Amazon?
38 quid for the whole complete series.
On a website I've just ordered stuff from, and I got stuff from, I got Oran High School Host Club and Madoka Magica. I ordered from there called Zavi.
Yeah.
And they are selling anime super cheap on there.
Give me a second.
They're selling Soul Eater for 30 quid. They are selling... what was the show you just mentioned?
Z or X?
ZAVVI.
ZAVVI. Okay.
And then go to their DVD section and then go to, it should say manga. Just go in there, right, and just look at how cheap some of the stuff is compared to like Amazon.
Do they have Blu-ray?
Yeah, they have Blu-rays.
Right, so if I go to their Blu-rays and then I go down to... I'm trying to find this manga section.
So I've already decided the next two series I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero next week. Buy the whole of it. So Fate Stay Night will be on DVD. Fate Zero will be on Blu-ray. And then the week after that, I'm going to buy Code Geass on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Do you know how much it costs to buy Code Geass?
No.
Like 40 quid. All of it.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. I don't know if you know, but I watched the first 3 episodes of Code Geass.
Yeah.
And the only reason I didn't carry it on was because I didn't feel like watching it at that time. I kind of wanted to save it for when I had a whole day where I could watch it all in one sitting.
Not a bad idea.
So I can't wait. At the moment, it's the cheapest series that is like really, really, really good that you can buy.
Right, you can buy High School DxD, the first series for 21 quid
On Blu-ray.
on Blu-ray.
And it's about 10 quid on DVD.
Yeah, but that's because I'm a Blu-ray racist.
Yeah, I like Blu-rays. I haven't bought a lot of them because they are expensive.
They are expensive, but they're well worth it, in my opinion.
Well, they're only worth it for certain shows. So, up here, I have Oran High School Host Club. They don't have a Blu-ray of it. But if they did, there'd be no point getting it because it's not a good-looking show.
That's really expensive.
What's that?
Excel World Part 1.
How much is it? It's like 30 quid, right?
It's 21 quid.
Yeah.
22 quid.
Sorry. On Amazon, it's like 30 quid. It's well expensive. Yeah, it's a really expensive show. The DVDs are a lot cheaper, though.
There's 2 parts to it.
Yeah. Most anime now splits up in part 1 and part 2 if it's 24 episodes.
And that's like 40 quid that you're having to spend out on a series which didn't have a fucking ending.
Yep.
Right. You want the thing that I tell you should buy?
Yep.
Ghost in the Shell limited edition steelbook.
Yeah, I already have plans for buying it. So at the moment, the big things that I really want to buy are the Fate series, so Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero, and then I want to buy Code Geass, and then I want to buy, as what you just said, I want to buy Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, the movie. I want to buy Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, first gig, Ghost in the Shell second gig, and then I want to buy everything Ghost in the Shell, basically.
Yeah.
So they are the main block of things I want to buy. And then I'll probably start buying things like Death Note, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, all of the series that I've watched and know I love.
Samurai Champloo's not that much.
That's a good series. Have you watched Samurai Champloo?
No, it's on my list of things to do.
How much is
Afro
there?
Samurai? Afro Samurai is really cheap.
It's so bad though. It's good because it has Samuel L. Jackson in it. That's the only reason I would watch it.
See, I've never watched it, so I would not know.
Did you play the video game of it?
Nope.
The video game was fun.
I'm a pagan, so I'm a filthy pagan.
A pagan?
Yeah. You've always got Blue Exorcist. Buy Blue Exorcist.
See, Blue Exorcist is a good looking show. Like, it looks quite nice. But the amount it is for Blu-ray, how much is it for Blu-ray on there?
Blue Exorcist. I don't know. I found Blue Exorcist like,
It's like part one and
movie?
two and the movies and shit.
but it depends on what you're after.
Yeah.
What? No, I don't. No, what are you doing? I said anime, not animation. God damn it.
But no, so at the moment I'm going to buy Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero, Part 1 and 2. Code Geass Part 1, Code Geass Part 2. And then, what was the thing you said? Oh, God, I forgot.
Ghost in the Shell.
Complete the Ghost in the Shell series. And then what do you pick after that? Is there a series you've... It can be manga as well. You could pick a manga that you've read and you really enjoyed.
It's kind of difficult to say. Like, you just got to find something, to be honest yourself. I quite liked Blue Exorcist.
What, the manga?
As a manga, it was a... Mwah,
There you
I
go.
have to admit.
You've decided for me. That's what I'm going to buy afterwards. I'm going to buy the Blue Exorcist manga.
Good. Right, on to games. Now, this depends on what you're after. Like, recommendation from me is to get Smite, and then buy Smite's collector's pack,
Okay.
because it costs barely anything, and you get all the gods which are going to come out for it,
Mm-hmm.
and then all the ones that are already out. So you get so much in the way of content for about 20 quid.
Yeah.
That's how much I paid for it. If you're looking for content in the idea of like a game I recommend, which is free,
Mm-hmm.
or download League of Legends.
Yeah, that's a point. League of Legends. Is that completely free?
Yes.
Well-
Apart from if you want like bonus,
Yeah. You could play it for free though.
like
Right.
you just wouldn't get the nice coloured skins.
Yeah. So I want to start a gaming series on my channel where I basically just play games and record it and have some fun. If I was to get... Huh?
I'd play that with you.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I get League of Legends, you'll play with me. I can record it. You can record it.
Yeah.
And we'll go there. So,
There's that. Diablo 3.
yes, we could play Diablo 3.
Diablo 3 I really recommend, especially if you buy the new expansion with it,
Yeah, somebody said to me about the new expansion that's on it.
because it's so good. It's so much fun. It's brought me back to the game. You've got that. WoW, WoW's fun, but you've got to be.
I
able
don't
sink
really
the
want to
time
pay.
into it.
Yeah. I don't want to pay that much for a game I don't see myself getting deeply into. But if I was to give you a couple of games I think you should look at, there's a couple of really just cheap ones on Steam, like speedrunners. Have you seen
Yeah.
speedrunners?
Speedrunners.
Yeah, so basically there's like a map, there's
Oh, yeah.
a square map, and you run, you jump over things, and as the game goes on, the screen gets smaller and smaller, and whoever's last wins. I want to get you, me, a friend I have called an ex-elite cripple, and somebody else in a lobby and just play that because it's so fun.
One thing for you to get, if you are looking at getting Diablo 3,
Mhm.
at the moment they've got a 50% sale on it.
Oh god, I'll buy them. Yeah. Yeah.
So really, I recommend you go buy that.
Yeah, so that's one thing I was just saying. I want to get a little gaming series going and enjoy some of that. So
Yep, I'm all for playing.
awesome. And yeah, you didn't really. Well, you did kind of pick a recommendation. You said Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Well, the last topic we had just there about talking about PC and gaming, I have moved completely to the PC Master Race.
Yeah.
So I can throw away my PS3. Well, sell it 'cause I have about 100 quid's worth of games and stuff. So, but that means that we me, you, others.
Yeah.
We gotta get into that PC gaming realm. We gotta get playing some games, my friend. And I gotta get used to playing Call of Duty on keyboard again, because I kind of suck at it now. I can only snipe at the moment and not go negative.
Well, to be honest, like, I don't particularly think...
You don't play COD, do you?
I used to play COD Modern Warfare... is it 3, the latest one?
Yeah, Modern Warfare 3 is the newest Modern Warfare.
Yeah, that's what I used to play, but I used to play that not being a sweaty kid.
Just have fun on it.
Like Fox? Yeah, I would do stupid stuff.
Yeah, Fox is a sweaty little bastard on that game.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I have moved completely to PC. I was going to buy a Blu-ray drive to put in my PC so I could watch Blu-rays on my PC, region free and everything. But I ended up just buying a Blu-ray player for like half the price. So basically all my life is going to involve now is playing games, making YouTube videos and watching anime and reading manga. I go to work, I come home and I'm going to do one of those things. That's how it works.
And then we can get you some... You can become part of the PC Gaming Master Race and buy extremely high price peripherals.
Yes. I probably will end up buying some really nice peripherals. Like, I plan on... I like the mic I have now, but I want to have an arm so it sits in front of me when I speak.
Yeah.
But they're expensive. And at the moment...
Really are.
At the moment, this just does fine for what I'm doing. But no, that's something I really want to do. I actually came up with a name for what I want to call my gaming content.
Yep.
Because I'm known as the Deadly Tikka, and when I say I'm from Curry House Productions, that's part of my anime stuff. When I do gaming stuff, I want it to be the Deadly Tikka from Toilet Seat Gaming. and my logo would be somebody sat on the toilet with like a Game Boy.
Oh, I remember you used to play quite a bit, actually.
I used to be a really, really heavy gamer. Like, all I played was fighting games and FIFA and Call of Duty, and I was just really into it, but I just don't have the time or the effort. That's why I'm so into anime right now, because I can just lay back and enjoy it.
See, I play a lot of games during the week. So it comes down to it, and there's that. Plus, actually, as someone that uses Steam, which I'm just installing again now, I have serious issues with not buying.
Yeah. So
because it's so expensive.
It's currently October. It's the 3rd day of October. Within 2 months, we're in December, so we get the Christmas sales again. And last Christmas sales, I bought like 600 quid's worth of games. I just went ham on Steam. I have a huge library of games right now.
It's too good. It's too good.
I can't wait to play The Witcher, because on my 680 it looks...
I've just spent a lot of money. Actually, I bought the new World of Warcraft expansion when that was announced to be able to be pre-ordered.
Mm-hmm.
First thing that was bought, it was like, that's mine.
Done.
Then on top of that, BlizzCon is happening.
That's for Blizzard, right?
Yeah. So any Blizzard game, any announcement, automatically, I want to know about it.
Oh, so you're going to go to that, are you?
No, I bought the digital copy of the ticket. So you can get the digital...
stream it.
Yeah. Virtual ticket, you get all in-game items with it. So, for the past 3 BlizzCons, all I've done is buy the digital ticket, got all the in-game goodies for 20 quid, and then actually watched the stream for a night.
That's
really fun.
That's a point, actually. We need to go to like an anime convention or something.
Yep.
I
I was planning on going to MCM Comic Con, and issues happened.
Yeah, so I've never been to a anime convention at any sort of. I've never been to any convention really. I would really be interested in going. I don't want to be one of those people that like dress up or anything. I just want to go buy cheap anime and manga and enjoy going. You're really dark all of a sudden.
That's because I'm using the new system,
Oh,
Steam.
okay. Oh yes, because Steam's a black background. But yeah. So I think we should organise whenever the next fairly close anime convention is, and we should go to it.
Well, like London Comic Con is on
When's that on?
next year. If we go to that, which would be really cool. Yeah, I've actually just found out how much my Steam. Give me a second. I'm going to just do some. Feel free to talk while I'm.
That's one thing. So London Comic Con will be probably the. Did you say what's it called? London Comic Con.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll probably be the biggest one. Yeah, that's the one we should definitely go to. As I'm Mr. Organised, because I like to organise everything because I'm a twat. I'll try and organise it and see how, see if we can get tickets for it or whatever. But yeah, I think we're up to about an hour and a half now.
Yep.
Do you have any last words on anything you need to or want to talk about?
There's been the not so amazing thing happened.
What's that?
Within the league community, as you know, the World Championships is still going on.
Mm-hmm.
Europe actually didn't make it out of it at all.
Well, they didn't make it out of the group stages.
Yeah, they failed at the group stages, so we have a lot of angry fans that are like, where's my team? Why aren't they progressed? So we've had that, which is quite fun. We've then also been having all 3 Korean teams made out.
As always.
Yep. 2 American teams made out, in which one of the games was played today against one of the Korean teams, and all 3 Chinese teams made it out of the group stage. Meaning, European teams didn't make it out, the Taiwanese teams didn't make it out, / South Asia, and neither did any of the Wildstar cards, like World cards, which is kind of crazy, and leads us on to the next bit, in which North America is down to 1 player at the moment, or 1 team.
Is it the team you support? Because you said you support an American team.
I support TSM, which today actually went out. They got knocked out by the Korean juggernauts, known as Samsung Galaxy White.
So I'm guessing they're like sponsored by them or something.
Yeah, they're owned by Samsung now.
That's crazy, man.
Samsung Blue is actually playing tomorrow.
That is so crazy that is it League of Legends you're saying about?
Yep.
Yeah. The League of Legends teams are owned by Samsung. That is crazy. Samsung sponsor official football matches and they're sponsoring League of Legends. That shows how far competitive gaming's come.
Well, like Hyundai sponsor Curse in the North American circuit, and Curse actually don't do that well.
That's so
they
crazy.
Might come 4th.
That's so crazy to me. I cannot believe that.
If you look at our major phone companies, so say BT were to sponsor somebody, the Korea's version of BT, which is SK Telecom, bought Teams the other year, and their major rival, like our version of Virgin, their version of Virgin called KT Rolster actually bought a team as well, and they're vying against each other. And last year, the world champions were at SK Telecom. So
That's
we're
pretty
seeing
cool.
major people.
Yeah. Right. So I think that should end the show on that note. I think you
Yes.
should do video game news more often because you're good at it. But with that, tell everyone who you are and where they can see you and what your name is and all that fun stuff.
I'm on the deep internets of YouTube. If you search up Temeth TV, I usually come up. At the moment, I think I'm under Betrayal Temeth
Betrayal
due to
Temeth, yeah.
gaming teams that I played for. With actually a lot of things changing at the moment. In respects, I now am looking into finding another team. I've just started working again with Malevolence on our raiding systems, working our way up to get ready for the 6.0 drop on WoW. So, be ready to see some content on that. Once I actually get a reasonable graphics card / processor in this thing, we might be seeing some live streams coming out of me of the latest content on Mythic when that drops. But that's pretty much it. I don't do much. I'm really, really bad.
And I'm the Deadly Tikka. You can find me at YouTube /Deadly Tikka, Facebook Deadly Tikka, Twitter Deadly Tikka. Pretty much everything's the Deadly Tikka. Make sure to like, favourite, subscribe, and of course share it with your friends. And we'll see you next time, chaps.